Hello, Star Wars unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, taking my ugly mug out of the picture this episode so we can just get to the unboxings. What do we have here? Well, I'm going to tell you, I have kind of jumped heavily into the claim sales on eBay again, or claim sales on Facebook, as well as some eBay auctions, just trying to essentially fill out and complete some figures that I purchased, very inexpensive vintage figures, and I was looking to kind of complete them with some accessories, and in some cases just grabbing a few more figures here and there. Because I just, I'm loving these claim sales. They're very inexpensive, and I've been really enjoying them. And as I said, I'm planning on buying some of these figures for, finding accessories, putting them together, and selling them in the yard sale coming up. And then some I might want to do some customizations, things of that nature. So I'm just excited to get them. They all kind of came in at once this week, so over a 2-day span. I think I have a few more that are still on their way, but I'm going to start with, the envelopes first. Okay, so let's start with them. Then, generally speaking, the envelopes are great because they are, in fact, the cheapest that they have. So let's see what, and again, half the time I can't even remember what I'm getting. Oh my goodness. Very, very small. Okay, yeah, there it is. We've got the General Maydean's staff. Okay, I did pick up one of those. So, and again, it's so interesting that these accessories are much more expensive than the figures themselves. So, to have a complete figure, it is not uncommon to see complete figures that are in good condition, loose figures, even ungraded, that go for, the people are paying $30, $40, sometimes $50 or more, depending on the rarity of the figure. And then without the accessory, they can go for 5, 10, 15, maybe 20. Okay, so the accessories are important. So I have a couple of figures that I'm going to add the accessory to, and I'll kind of tag that on the end of this video. So I'm going to put that over here. Let's see what else we got. Okay, making sure it's empty. Oh, looks like we have a staff. Gotta be a little careful. I did unbox one thing that I didn't, I almost showed it. I don't want to say what it was. I guess I can say what it was. I had purchased what was a Death Star space station playset. It was the rope to swing across for Luke and Leia. And I took it out, and the thing literally just snapped in half, which I was kind of upset about. But I just ended up gluing it together, and it still, it still works. It's fine. And I didn't pay a huge amount for it, but still. This is, I believe, Bib Fortuna's staff, and I can have a Bib Fortuna that needs a staff, so that'll go for that, for the sale. Okay, and this one we have, this is actually a figure. I want to make sure I don't have any other, nope, and it's just some stuff that came with the bag. This is from, Who's Your Daddy? Okay, it's like an eBay thing, so I'll actually put that there if anybody's interested in seeing his thing. Here's this, you can freeze and use this QR code. Check out his store. Scan the QR code to learn about my YouTube membership options. So he has his own YouTube channel. And I haven't actually checked out the channel. I just found this on eBay. This is a Leia in Endor outfit. This is almost complete. It is missing his gun, or her gun, and her helmet. Now, I will tell you, when it comes to Princess Leia guns, they are the most expensive thing you can find on eBay and on claim sales. It seems like all the different Leia pistols, blasters, are so expensive. So I don't know if I'm going to find the blaster. I'm going to keep my eyes open, see if I can find a reasonably priced one. I don't want to get a reproduction. I want to get an original. I do have her helmet, so I will put that together with her at the end of this video. All right, maybe, and I'll keep an eye out for that. All right, next up we have a little box here, and oh, this was nice. I got a Tootsie Roll Pop. Yay! Oh, that's fun. How many licks does it take to get to the center? The world may never know. And wow, that was fun. So good little eBay hint there. I tried it when I haven't been doing a lot of eBay sales as of late, only because the amount of taxes I have to pay. I find that I'm do better just doing yard sales, you know. But when I do sales on eBay, I do in fact like to send like stickers and magnets, sometimes buttons. Okay. Oh my, this is like, I don't want to rip this, but okay. This comes from Something to Sell. Email us today. So it's L&L Collectibles. So it's, I don't, you know, this is who. There's no QR code here, but it's L&L Collectibles, and from San Jose, California. These were not just sent to me for free. I did in fact pay for these things. And we have what I believe, let's make sure there's nothing else in here. Yep. Oh, we have both. Okay. We have another Rancor hood and staff. So that'll get a nice complete Rancor ready to go. Okay, this one, another cute thing. Is somebody proposing to me with a Diamonique box? No, of course not. They're instead giving me another Rancor Rancor hood and staff, because I do have two more that I needed to get complete. So that's two more. Those are like, so in this box we have 1, 2, 3, and out of these shipments we have 4 complete figures now that I can put in the sale box. Okay, and 1 partially complete. All right. Last but not least, in this collection, we have a couple of different things here. Let me just make sure that I don't have anything I'm missing. Nope, looks good. Oh my. Okay, what do we have here? We got a couple of different things here. We've got not 1, not 2, but 3. Count them, 3 Akbars. And I collect a lot of Akbars because I want to build my army. First of all, he's one of my favorite characters. And second of all, I want to build my armies and get the beige colored, you know, calamari officers, and just have a nice army of calamari officers, you know, with my Admiral Akbar. So maybe keep one of them as, because they all look the same. So we just got to do a little bit of touch up on the paint on the uniforms. So that's going to be a thing. These guys are a little grimy, but they're in good condition otherwise. But I'm going to give them a good cleaning, and then we will check them out. Maybe see if I can decide if I want to put them out for sale or for customization. We also have a Lando, Lando Skiff Guard. I do believe I have an extra helmet and an extra staff, so I think he will be complete, although I got to check to see if he has a blaster as well. I'm not 100% sure. Speaking of Lando, we have a regular Lando Bespin cape. We have a Leia cape, Bespin Leia. And we have what I believe is a Bib Fortuna chest piece. And a Pew Pew, a blaster, black blaster for either a Stormtrooper or several other kind of characters. So that is what we have. So let's bring this all over to the other room where I have my other figures kind of waiting there, and we'll see if I can get any more of them lined up and complete. Okay, so this is what I have. These are my incomplete figures. Okay, some of them are getting very close to being complete. Some of them not so much. So I'm going to see what we can do. And as I said, you know, a lot of these were like, you know, $5, $10, $20, $15, depends. I guess it depends on the rarity of the piece. All right, first off, we got the General Madine. This looks like my best Madine. Well, actually, no, this looks like my best Madine. It's got a little bit of thing. So there, you know, there's his piece, right? So we're going to put him in. Now, these are not going to be like, I'm not going to try to sell these as uberly great graded figures, okay? These are, you know, they're still figures that have been worn and beat up a little bit. But with a complete accessory, even the accessory alone is worth, you know, increasing the price. So, but they'll still be very reasonable. All right? I'll put him over here over by my price area here. here's my Leia. Now, as I said, I don't have the Leia gun, but I do have Leia's helmet. There it is. Boop. All right. So that that alone might be enough. I'm going to keep Leia out, see if I can find something for Leia. Now, let's talk Bib Fortuna. Now, I have a Bib Fortuna over here. He's got the chest piece. You can see it in there, right? So he's pretty much complete, except he needs a staff. So I'm going to, where's the staff? Drop the staff right in there. And now we have a complete Bib Fortuna. Good shape. And there we go. Now we have another Bib Fortuna here. However, I've been having some issues with the coat. I think the jacket has been like water damaged. So it is unfortunately not in good shape. So what I'm going to do right now is take off the coat. I have seen some places that offer Bib's coat separate. So I'll see about getting one of those. I'm going to keep this coat kind of off to the side for now. But the chest plate, just want to make sure that I do it right. Yep, looks like it's pretty much... It's funny, like I have this figure of my own. You know, none of these figures are my original figures when I was growing up. I have a whole set of them. In fact, you can kind of see them up here. Those are all my originals. And most of them have complete parts and complete accessories. So, but those are my pride and joy and something I do not wish to sell. So, the one thing I do have to go through with them though is I have to go through. And I would say maybe 15 years ago or so, I purchased, weaponry like there you go. There's this. I purchased like reproduction not for all of them, but for some of them. So I need to go through there, and I have some good resources on how to tell the difference because it's hard to tell at the naked eye. But I'm going to go back and take them out. Okay, let's talk some rankers, ranker keepers. Here, we got one of our ranker keepers here. There's his head. There's his staff. Okay. And I don't know. Yeah, fit in this. Get him in his little baggie. Some of these baggie pouches, I purchased a bulk amount of these, but then I've been keeping the ones that people have been sending me and just reusing them to, put complete figures in. Again, somewhere in the middle. This is I'm trying to, create an amount of figures like for people that have some income, but not unending income. Like, they're not going to pay maybe $20, $30 because as you can see, it's been the paint's coming off and stuff. So I'm not looking to sell it for more than it's worth. But speaking of that, we have another Rancor with another hat. So I will take this out of these little baggie, and I will take his little. You know what? Actually, maybe I'll just add them both to the bag here. Oh. All right, I'm gonna put here he goes. There's his thing, and I'm just gonna leave his staff in a separate little baggie and put that in here. I'll put this bag in a bigger bag. There we go. Ranker keeper. Ooh, he's crying over his rancor. Ooh. Okay. Cool. Here's my Lando. Lando's got his helmet. You gotta see out of that thing. All right, and there is his staff. So he is ready. Do I have? Nope, I'm gonna have to get one of these. Oh, wait. I bought a couple of these bags that were actually not, sadly, they were not big enough. I thought I had eyeballed the size correctly, but it turns out I was wrong. But these are good. All right, there we go. All right, moving right along, we got our Princess Leia Bespin, another one of these. Okay, again, these I'm going to hold off putting them in bags yet until such time as I hopefully can get some Bespin Leia blasters. But again, they are very expensive. And the thing is about these Leias is that they're okay, but there is some paint, paint wear. Their limbs are mostly good. This limb's a little loose. This one's good. So I have two Leias, and they're both about the same. Although I think this Leia is a little bit better. But even having just a cape, I can, So we'll give it a little bit more time. We've got a blaster. This works for different figures, but I think I am going to put him with the Stormtrooper. Okay, with a black blaster, which is a good thing. And, oh, too big. Hang on. Ooh, okay. So mostly done. Again, you can see there's still plenty of figures. And what I'll end up doing with the rest of these is I will put them out. If they have any accessories, you know, they'll get a slightly lower price. And if they don't, I will give them essentially, you know, beater price, what they call it. Okay, there he is. This is a pretty good figure. Okay, we have our Lando. Now we have 2 Landos. This is not the best Lando, so I'll lower the price on him. The cape is good though, so you know, it's just. But what's nice about the loose limbs figures is that when you put the cape on them, the cape sometimes stiffens up the limbs a little, so that's good. But see down here we have 3 Landos, but I need a Lando. I need a Lando weapon. So I think that is all I have for today. So. All right, so we have created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 complete figures, 1 partial figure. I don't, you know, as I said, I'm going to try to get a replacement Bib Fortuna thing, and a couple of partial figures with capes, but I still need weapons. So we're just going to kind of see where we go with that. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this update for my prepping for my yard sale, but also, like I said, you know, I picked up a few Akbar figures that I'm looking for. By the way, if anybody here knows of anyone that is selling any of the weapons of any accessories, I say weapons, I probably should not say weapons, accessories from Kenner that you think that we might be able to utilize, please let me know. Please leave a comment. Like, you know, some of them, like I said, you know, I got a Kenobi here that's, you know, ready to go. He just needs a blue lightsaber. These guys, I just need the 2-1B staffs, you know, prune faces, blasters. This is a beater Boba Fett, so I'm probably not going to worry about that. You can see he's kind of, I'll probably just sell him for like $1 or something, you know, for the people who love their Fett. Or maybe I'll, you know what, in second thought, maybe I'll use it to do some customizing on that. So, yeah, so there you go. All right, so I'm in pretty good shape with these. I'm just looking to see if I can find, I just keep looking on Facebook for reproduction. Like, I have this guy all set with his weapon here, with his staff, but I'm looking for that furry skirt that he wears. But those are hard to come by, just the skirt alone. You know, so we'll see what we'll see. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check it out. Check me out on Instagram, on Bluesky, Darth Tuba's unboxing page on Facebook. Be getting some new subscribers, which is cool. And leave comments, communicate with me. I always love opening up. And thanks so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.